Hi there, my name is Ryan Sweezy. I'm a singer-songwriter who plays alternative rock. I currently live in Essex, Vermont. I'm a lifelong New Englander, and I've lived in Vermont for 9 years. Over the past couple of years, the Homegrown and Vermont Initiative by Spruce Peak Arts has been extremely important to me, as I know it has been for many of my fellow local musicians as well. As a local artist, it can be extremely hard to cut through the noise and get in front of crowds and in venues, even in your own local area. No matter how hard you work or your level of talent, the opportunities just aren't always there. Spruce Peak Arts has committed to providing an avenue for local musicians to be provided with these opportunities by opening shows for national touring acts and also through the Homegrown in Vermont Festival, where local artists are able to collaborate and celebrate each other and our vibrant music scene. Being able to open shows at Spruce Peak Arts can be a game changer. You're able to play for crowds you wouldn't normally get to be in front of, you're able to network with larger artists you may look up to, and even just the factor of being able to put these opening slots on your resume or as content on social media can be a huge boost for booking other shows and growing your audience. My own website bio lists that I've had the honor of sharing stages with Teddy Thompson, Stephen Page, Ryan Miller, and the Revivalists, and these were all opportunities provided to me by the Homegrown Initiative at Spruce Peak Arts. These incredible opportunities are not possible without the generous support of donors, so please consider donating to Spruce Peak Arts to continue to have the ability to lift up local artists and bring in tremendous entertainment to Vermont.
Hello there, my name is Jessie Taylor. I am a musician from Burlington. My band makes rock music. We are super grateful to have been a part of the Homegrown in Vermont Festival this past season in 2025. It was honestly one of my favorite outdoor gigs I got to play this summer. Encouraging you to donate if you are able to provide more awesome opportunities for local musicians. It's a great way to network. I met and saw some really cool local bands that I hadn't seen before, got to play with some other local favorites who I did know, and it is just at a really beautiful spot in Vermont. Spruce Peak is doing a really lot of great stuff for the local music scene. And if you're able to help make that happen, we totally really appreciate that. Hope to see you next year at Homegrown in Vermont. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Devin McGarry. I am from Milton, Vermont. Yes, that Milton, Vermont. You can find me all around this state playing rock and roll music with my band, the Devin McGarry Band, solo, or with random strangers who told me they used to be in Jefferson Starship. Homegrown in Vermont is such an important lifeline to Vermont musicians. It's no accident that this state has produced the likes of Noah Kahn and Grace Potter and Fish and so many more. We've got the inspiration, the chops, and the courage. We just need a stage. And those can be really hard to come by these days. So I'm super grateful to Spruce Peak for creating this series and for developing a bottomless, limitless community of talent and for giving us a place to play and express ourselves. Now, we need folks like you to help sustain this. Every donation you make helps support the Vermont music community and helps provide a runway for artists like me and for some that are not like me at all, and maybe for the next great Vermont musician that we haven't even heard of yet. Now, I had the distinct pleasure of performing at this summer's Homegrown in Vermont Music Festival. I had a blast. My whole family was there. I got to sing a Counting Crows song with Troy Millette. My kids got their faces painted. We all ate a ton of cheese, and everyone agrees it was the greatest day of the year. So I thank you for helping make this possible, for supporting the Vermont music community, and I hope to see you at another Homegrown in Vermont show soon at Spruce Peak.
Just breathe, just breathe. Oh, hi. My name is Blake Madison, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Fairfax, Vermont. Homegrown in Vermont is just such an amazing opportunity to get to play music with others and share something that we love so much. Donations are awesome to keep this tradition alive. Bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Milton Busker from the band Milton Busker and the Grimwork. We play Americana-tinged pop rock with subtle folk flavor. I personally call it suit folk because I wear a suit and tie when I perform, and I am incapable of coming up with anything more clever. Anyway, my band and I have played the past 2 Homegrown in Vermont Music Festivals, and both shows were the highlight of our summer. For such a small population, Vermont has a very diverse, very vibrant music scene that extends, far beyond the names like Fish and Grace Potter and Noah Kahn. There are countless artists who are making amazing folk, punk, jazz, R&B, hip-hop, rock music, any kind of genre you can think of. And we live in a time where the barrier to entry for musicians to create and record music has never been lower, while the opportunities to showcase that music in a live setting are disappearing at an astonishing rate, especially when you're looking for a venue that is dedicated to the arts. So Spruce Peak Performing Arts Center is one of those venues, and the Homegrown in Vermont Festival is a chance for artists like myself to play in front of a receptive audience that we might not normally have access to in the fun and family-friendly atmosphere. And Seth and his team are consummate professionals that make me feel like an actual rock star rather than just a dinner musician. If you're a venue that hosts music and also serves dinner, I'm not diminishing what you do in any way. Please book me. So I'm encouraging everyone to donate to the Homegrown in Vermont Music Festival to help them continue to provide amazing opportunities to Vermont musicians and to support local. Cheers.
What's up, everybody? Avi Southway here from the band Billy Wilder. I'm coming to you from Burlington, Vermont, here in my home, giving a big shout out to Spruce Peak Arts. I want to encourage you all to support them generously. I've loved performing at the Performing Arts Center and at the pavilion there, especially at the Homegrown Music Festival the last 2 summers with Billy Wilder. It's been a great scene to cultivate creativity, community, and strengthen the fabric of Vermont art and music here. And Spruce Peak is making that happen. Spruce Peak Arts. And some of my great memories performing there is just like gazing out at the epic Green Mountains, Mount Mansfield right there, and literally singing these guitars into the mountain range, gathered with such great people and community. And I encourage you all to support them generously and see you at Spruce Peak Arts this season, this summer. Peace be with you. 24 hours, 8 days a week. You can't feed the pack and the lion's got the meat. Can you see it? Do you feel it? Peace.
Hey y'all, happy holidays. My name is Troy Millette from my mom's favorite band, Troy Millette and the Fire Below. We are a folk pop rock band from right here in the Green Mountains. I grew up in Fairfax. I always say Burlington because that's where all the cool kids are from, but I grew up in Fairfax, and it has been such an honor to be the curator of the Homegrown in Vermont series with Spruce Peak. When I first met Seth Salloway, who bad at fantasy football, great at everything else, I stressed the importance of being able to tie our brands as local independent artists to the brands of Matt Quinn and Bare Naked Ladies in a way that bolsters our own talents to people who might not otherwise look through an email or listen to an EPK that's submitted as a cold call to open a show. Over the past 12 months, we've put local acts on over a dozen bills. We've hosted 2 incredible Homegrown in Vermont festivals, and I am forever in debt to the work of folks like Amber and Bill and Philip and Gracie and Seth and everybody else at Spruce Peak. I think what they're building is really magical. It's such an important cause. I think there is so much talent in this state, and I think it's the perfect way to give back this holiday season. So if you can, dig a little deeper, and we hope to see you at a show sometime soon. Thanks.